everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Kyrielle and today I'm going to be doing a full face of Makeup Revolution products. You guys know I love Makeup Revolution. They're one of my favorite brands. They're so affordable. They've got so many goddamn products and I feel like they cater for all. They seem to be a really inclusive brand, which I love, and also they support influencers and people on YouTube, and they collaborate with people who aren't necessarily the biggest people on the platform, which is amazing. They really support people who use their products, even if it's just liking, retweeting posts. Like, even that little bit of support to get that kind of recognition from a brand is a pretty big thing. They've liked my posts sometimes, which is really nice, and it feels really good when you get recognition from a brand, especially when you're someone as insignificant as myself. But yeah, as you guys know, I use a lot of Makeup Revolution. Some of the stuff is my holy grail and I use it every single day. But I wanted to include some products that I don't use all the time, and also some new things that I wanted to try, and I just thought we'd shove it all on my face. Again, in kind of a little bit of a sneak peek right now, but you'll just have to stay tuned. We'll see which products actually worked and which ones I don't like. But before we get into it, if you are new, hi. If you like affordable makeup like Makeup Revolution, or just makeup in general, because I do have a plethora of high-end and low-end makeup, if that stuff interests you and you'd like to, just hit the red button down below and the bell button, and then you'll get notified of all my future uploads. But yeah, now that I've pleaded with you, let's get straight on to applying this makeup. I've got Katy Perry's new song Small Talk just stuck in my head and I cannot get it out right now. And all that's left for small talk. Okay, let's go into the makeup, shall we? So for primer, I'm going to use the Pore Blur Primer, which is a really good pore filling primer, but it's not too mattifying and it feels like lightweight on the skin. It's similar to Professional by Benefit, but it has a little bit more of a slip to it, but it blurs all the same. It kind of thins out on the skin, whereas I find Professional can sometimes pill and ball up. I don't find this with this one. I find it just melts into the skin really well, and it does a good job of blurring my skin. Moving on to foundation. Now, you guys know I love a lot of Makeup Revolution's foundations. I love the Face Base Stick Foundation. I really love the Drop Foundation, but I can't actually find mine. I don't know where it's gone. I was hoping to use that today, but it's disappeared off the face of the earth. That one really gives you a dewy look. If you have more dry skin, you probably prefer that one. I'm going to use my Ride or Die, which I pretty much use in every single video these days, and it's the Conceal and Define. I'm kind of mixing between two shades because I have like the tiniest amount of fake tan on. I know I don't look like I do, but this is what pale people look like when they have fake tan on, okay? My earrings are going to be a hazard today, and I don't know why I bother putting them in. I try to look cute and it just doesn't look cute when I'm whacking myself in the face with earrings. But yeah, if you want poreless, smooth looking skin, this foundation will do it for you. And I have like textured skin, and even I am saying that, okay? I'm gonna have to take this out. I'm sorry. I haven't got that much fake tan left over, but I still have like a little bit, you know, just making the most out of it. Gives so much friggin' coverage with not that much product, and it just makes your skin look so good. I love it so much. This foundation is one of the more pricier ones from Makeup Revolution, but it's still only £9. Makeup Revolution always goes on offer as well, so I would highly recommend picking up the Conceal and Define foundation. They do also have a Conceal and Hydrate one now, which I'm kind of interested in trying, because if it gives this kind of coverage and finish with like a little bit of dew, then I am going to be happy. Let me know if you guys want me to do a review on that, because if you do, then I will. Just leave a thumbs up on the video and I'll definitely get to doing that. Now I'm going to move on to concealer, which I have tried this product before, but I didn't think I liked it. But now my under eyes have changed a little bit. It is the Revolution Pro Full Cover Camouflage Concealer. This one is a little bit of a dewier finish. This is in the shade C1. I have got the Conceal and Define. I just really don't like the way that it sits on my under eyes. It makes my under eyes look very textured. It kind of enhances any like little bumps you can get under there. I have not used this in a while, so I don't know if it's even good anymore. It's looking a little bit liquidy. Look how pale my hands are compared to my face. We're just gonna ignore that. Okay, I need to tan again. I'm just gonna go in with a brush first of all and just kind of apply it to the under eye. This is obviously a lot lighter than my foundation right now, but I'm hoping it's gonna hydrate my under eye, which is what I need always. Looking pretty dewy right now. Just gonna use it to kind of like highlight my face as well. This is feeling quite oily. I don't remember it feeling this oily, but you know what, we're here now. I'm just gonna blend it with a damp sponge to absorb it all. You know, considering I went like darker with my actual foundation. It's not that brightening. And this is the palest shade of the concealer, I'm pretty sure. Does anybody else have a spot on their face where concealer just doesn't stick to it? Mine is always but there. Can you see it? Like on the bridge of my nose but there, it just never sticks to it and I have to layer it up all the time. It really bugs me. You know what? This is kind of doing the same to my under eyes as the normal conceal and define one does. I may go in with the conceal and define anyway. On camera, because of the lights and everything, like my under eye looks pretty goddamn flawless right now, but I'll zoom in and show you what it actually looks like because it's not looking the best. Considering how like hydrating and glowy this is, my under eyes look really dehydrated and crepey. Like, what's going on? Don't know if you're gonna be able to see, but look at them. They do not look good. What's going on? The dewiness just reflects away the problems, but when you actually look at them, like they just look very creepy and dry. I'm gonna try the Conceal and Define concealer for a little bit more coverage, even though again I did not like this underneath my eyes. And this is actually my second tube of this stuff. It's not like I tried it once and didn't like it. Like I've tried it quite a hefty amount, but I just could not get it to work. I'm still going to use it for the sake of this video, but do not recommend. See how these two layer then. Okay, this actually isn't looking that bad now. With the added coverage, it looks a lot better. Alright, so now we've dealt with that fiasco. I really wanted to try these. I think I have tried them in the past, but I can't remember what they go like. And it is the liquid highlighter. This is in the shade Liquid Champagne. And I kind of wanted to mix this in with the foundation a little and just add it to like the high points of the face. This foundation is pretty much a complete matte, but I do want to add some like glowiness to my skin, even though I'm going to be adding highlighter after anyway. I just wanted to use this because I've got it in different shades and I barely use them. I'm gonna just put the Conceal and Define foundation on the back of my hand, and then I'm just gonna add like a drop or two and mix it up like you're a little artiste. It isn't feeling oily on the back of my hand, which is good. Alright, and now I'm going to just take a little bit on my finger and go boop, boop, boop. Let's just blend it in with the sponge. Ooh, it looked like it worked. Oh, yes. I like it. It's really good on days where you want to wear kind of minimal makeup. You still want to add highlight but don't want to add like a powdery product on top. Got a perfect dewy foundation without the sticky dewy feel, you know. I'm just going in with my sponge now into the product and just adding it to the areas that I want it. Alright, so now my base looks really glowy. I now want to powder it all down again. I've had this powder for ages, but I haven't really used it because I thought it wasn't going to be pale enough for me, so I thought now is the perfect time since I've got a little bit of tan on. This is the Luxury Baking Powder in the shade Lace. I'm going to take it on my sponge and kind of bake my under eye a little bit. Even though I like a hydrated under eye, I do like it to last all day. Okay, this seems super finely milled. The lid is really awkward to use if you wanted to like add powder onto the sponge. Try not to go over the area that I just highlighted. Kind of oxidizing. See, this is why I didn't use it when I was at my palest. I'm going to try going in with a brush because sometimes sponges can make the powder change color because of the water. Oh, my eyes feel quite tight after putting that on. And I don't know if it's the concealer or the powder giving me the cakey under eye, but it's not looking the best. And it seems to have like taken away the coverage that I have on my under eye here. Dang it. That powder is a no for me. I really don't like that. Also, this packaging is awful. How am I supposed to get it everywhere, I guess? Fine. A powder that I really do like is this, which is their Skin Finish in Luminescence. It just gives a pretty glow. The only thing is it is quite pink, so I don't go too heavy-handed with it. I'm just gonna put a little light dust in because it is very glowy in like the areas where I want like a general glow. So I like using powders like this, like the Hourglass Ambient Lightening Powder, because it just gives like a subtle glow to the skin. It gives a nice sheen and it doesn't accentuate texture as well, which is amazing. I wish they had a more yellow tone version of this because I would be all over that. I'm gonna now do bronzer and contour. I'm gonna use the Revolution Ultra Pro HD Powder Contour in light and medium. It's just a really good palette. You've got cool tones, warm tones, all of the above. I'm gonna contour first and then we'll go over with bronzer. Woo! That is one snatch cheek. Let's just diffuse that just a little bit. Make me look like I've got a bit of a jawline and don't have 400 chins. These powders are just super blendable, but they stay pigmented and they don't fluff everywhere and you don't get a lot of kickback. Like, I really do love these powders, and I'm pretty sure I got this on offer at the time. I was just using this shade to contour and it just blends out so nicely, and as you can see, that's a really good cool tone color for me. It really gives me a good snatch. But now it's time to bronze up the face. Blend all of this contour together and fade it out. By the way, I'm not even patting off the excess and it just blends so friggin' well. I'm gonna take a little bit of that contour color as well down the side. I may go in a little bit darker with my bronzer just because I feel like being really bronzed. This may be a mistake, but we shall see. It's a little bit, you know, a a little dabble. Ooh, I like it. Okay, I literally just went in with this color and this color and just kind of mixed them together to get a nice bronze look. I really love this. I think this is one of my top products from Makeup Revolution, just the powders. It's just so nice. Oh, and also these brushes by Makeup Revolution. My light just went out, so the lighting's probably changed. I use these all the time. I've got others as well. I just think they're good for the price. These dual-ended ones are so convenient for packing. I think this one is my favorite one, like this powder brush on the end here. It's just so easy to use for a lot of things. I use this one for my contour. I can also use this for blush, and then I use this for concealer all the time. It's a little paddle brush, and I love this brush. This is by Makeup Revolution Pro. It's the Pro 250 brush. Just deposits the product so nicely, and I can kind of be a little bit careless. Now on to blush. I'm going to use this baby, which, as you can probably see, all the writing has come off. This is the Makeup Revolution blush palette in Hot Spice. It's one of my favorites. It's so gorgeous. I mean, if you love a peachy blush, you're gonna have some range, and this is gonna be right up your alley. I believe this is only like £4, and they're so good. You get some sheen, some matte, and then there's like kind of like two weird marbled highlighters in here, which I think I've used maybe once or twice, but I rarely use them. But today I think I'm gonna go in with this guy right here, this peachy muted kind of blush, and we're just gonna put this on the apple and bring it back into the bronzer. And with these blushes, they're not crazy pigmented, they're just perfect. Like, I'm dipping my brush in and I'm not tapping off excess. They just blend really nicely and they're not crazy pigmented, which I personally like. I don't like my blush to be too pigmented because otherwise I can go overboard real quick. Okay, I'm loving the way my skin looks right now. I'm digging it. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave highlight to last because it's always like, you know, the cherry on top that just like finishes your look. Let's now zoom you guys on in and do the eyes. So I dragged some of the concealer over my eyes. I'm just gonna tap out the creases and use that for primer. I decided to dig out an oldie but a goodie. This is one of my first ever reviews on this channel, which is insane now. I think it was like my second video. Oh, by the way, I've made over 100 videos on this channel already. Where did all those come from? That's just like insanity to me. There's so many videos and so much of my time. But yeah, I decided to bring out the original Soph X Makeup Revolution palette. This is such a good palette for neutrals and mattes. I just really wanted to do a really blown out smoky eye. I don't have the slip in here. Have a look and Google it and see what colors they actually are. Alright, so I'm gonna go in with a nice big fluffy ass brush. This is the Morphe M518. And I'm gonna go in with the shade which I think is called Cup of Tea. And I'm just gonna pat this on. This color is literally like if you have a really strong cup of tea. I personally like my tea quite milky, so this would not be a cup of tea that I like. As you can see, I'm really blending this out. I do not want no harsh lines. I want these blurred lines. Who remembers that song? That feels like such a throwback. I was thinking about blending this and bringing it quite low on the lower lash line, but now I don't know because I quite like the bright under eye contrast. I don't know, we'll decide when we get there. Okay, now I'm taking this like dark brown by here, and I'm taking this on a Morphe M139 brush, and we're going to place this on the outer third of the eye and tuck it right into the crease. Don't know how this look is going. I feel like that brown isn't blending as nice as it used to. I mean, it looks fine, just a little bit patchy. Okay, that looks a little bit better. I'm now gonna take the brown that's just went over, which is very dusty, and I'm gonna put this all over the lid. Oh, that's the rich brown that I wanted. Why didn't I go straight in with that one? I remember once when I went out and I did like a black smoky eye, and oh god, just on a casual night out, I wore like a big smoky black eye, and then I got craft foil, like, you know, the gold leaf. I had a copper version of that and I put it on my inner corner as like a highlight. That was just for a casual night out for me. I think I was going crazy at that point. It's not looking patchy to you. It's kind of looking a bit patchy to me. Like, what the heck's going on? Or maybe it's just because I'm not using my P. Louise base. I literally did a look with this the other day though, and it did not look this patchy. Maybe it's just the darker colors. Okay, so that's kind of looking like the blended out look that I want. So I'm gonna go do the other eye off camera. I'll be right back in a second. Okay, so my monitor just decided to die on me. So now all I have is the tiny screen on the side of my camera to see if I'm in focus or not. So let's hope this video comes out okay. blush. But this is the kind of like smoky eye that I've got going on. It's not too dark, but this is the kind of thing that I wanted. I think it's looking a little bit better now, but it's still a little bit patchy. Maybe it's the fact I used that crappy concealer. I don't know. Let's move on. I really love these two eyeliners. This is the Pro line again, and it's the Supreme Pigment Gel Eyeliner. I've got it in nude and brown, and I do also have other colors in this. I'm gonna put the brown in my tight line and the nude in my waterline. I find my eyeliners always like bleed into my inner corner and stuff, and these tend to stay in my waterline, my tight line all day. And of course, I couldn't do a Makeup Revolution eye look without the Makeup Revolution mascara. I freaking love this stuff. This is pretty dried up, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to use it, but I really need to get a new one because this is legit my favorite mascara. Like hello, look at that. I literally just stroked my eyes twice. At the moment, I'm using the L'Oreal X Bambi mascara thing that I did a review on, and that one is getting better with age, but this one doesn't need to age. It's just good from the get-go, and that is one of the many things that I like about it. Instead of adding eyeshadow underneath, I'm actually going to use a little bit of my bronzer just to kind of define just the slightest amount on the outer corner here, just so it all kind of ties in, you know? Okay, moving on to brows. Now, I don't have a brow gel from Makeup Revolution, so I'm just going to do my soap brows and stick them up, and then I'll use a brow product from Makeup Revolution with them. Okay, so now my brows are all stuck up. I'm gonna use the Revolution Pro Micro Eyebrow Pencil. I'm pretty sure this is either in the shade soft brown or medium brown. I don't quite know because it doesn't actually have the shade names on them. That's the only con, and I've got like 3 different shades, but hopefully this one is gonna be a decent shade for me right now. It's a little bit warm tone, but we can work with it. I think I've just made my eyebrows look like something a werewolf should have. But you know what? It's fine. I love a fluffy brow. We'll just deal with it, you know? I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the eyeshadow that I used all over the lid. Add a little bit more definition because that eyebrow pencil was just a little bit too warm tone and not really dark enough for my brows. Alright, I think the brows are done. Now let's move on to lips. So I'm gonna use this pencil, which is in the shade Peach Charming. How cute. This actually came in like a set with this liquid lip. I'm not fussed on the liquid lip. I found it really drying, so I'm just going to use the pencil, which I'm pretty sure I remember being quite creamy. It's not very pigmented. Oh, and slightly crumbly. It's like almost too creamy that it just kind of melts into itself and it's kind of like balling up. I went alright on my bottom lip, but it's kind of caked up on the top one, and there's like parts that are darker than others. That lip liner is not good. But what is good are these lipsticks that Soph Does Nails made with Makeup Revolution. I've got the shade Syrup and Cake. What shade do I want to use today? I do usually go for Cake, but I think it's going to be too pink for this kind of look that we got going on, so I'm going to go in with Syrup. Oh, they're so friggin' soft. It feels so moisturizing. It really does not go well with the lip liner I just put on, but you know what? I'm done. I'm over it. I really like this lipstick. Also, something I really love is this gloss, which is from the Jeweled collection. It's the lip topper in the shade Luxurious. Just gonna put a little bit of this on because this can be a little bit intense. And obviously this lipstick is really glossy anyway, so we don't really need a gloss. But this just adds like a little bit of a shimmer and a little bit of a pop. So let's just go in. Ooh. Yeah. Actually, I don't know if I like this shade with this lipstick. I feel like it's coming off green and I don't want to look like I have poopy lips. So I do have another shade, so I'm going to see if I can dig that one out. Okay, so I reapplied Syrup and I'm going to use the shade Exquisite now, which is a little bit more cool tone, so let's see how this looks over top. I think that's a little bit better. I really wasn't digging the gold sheen. Maybe? I don't know, I can't tell anymore. You guys will have to let me know in the comments what you prefer. Did you prefer the goldy one or this one? I'm gonna set my face using the Makeup Revolution Supreme Hold Fixing Spray. You know, this really smells like chlorine and it's got a little bit of an aggressive spray, but it still sets down the makeup pretty well. Okay, so final thing to do is to highlight. I picked up 2 products. Now I can either use my Ride or Die, which is the Soph X Makeup Revolution collaboration. This is well loved. I use this one all the time, so I was thinking maybe I'll switch it up. I have used this before, but I haven't used it in a while. This is the 4K highlighter palette. I remember it being very glittery, but I kind of don't mind. And it has 4 beautiful shades in here. Can you guess which one I'm probably gonna go for? I'm gonna go for this rose gold one right here, which is just so beautiful. Like, if I could, I would totally bathe in rose gold. Like, it's just such a pretty color. Just gonna go in with this little brush and highlight to heaven. Oh, Dang. It's not really that glittery. It just kind of looks a little bit chunky, but also kind of wet in some places. I don't know. Maybe I just need to blend this in to my skin. Ah, there we go. Sponge is the key, guys, to get it really looking like that seamless glass skin. No Tin Man nose. Cute. I need to use this highlighter palette more often. It's so pretty. I'm gonna put a little bit of that highlight into my inner corner. I'm gonna lay down that rose gold, and then I'm gonna go in with the white from the palette as well, because I really want a bright inner corner highlight. Got this right by here. Oh yes. Dang, that is some inner corner highlight. Alright, let's do one last spritz of setting spray. I would put on some false lashes, but Makeup Revolution doesn't currently have any, but they are in the works apparently, so that's exciting. But yeah, this is the finished look. Let's zoom you guys on out. Alright, you guys, so this is the finished look. Did a kind of like smoky eye with contrast with really bright under eye. I'm feeling it. And obviously I couldn't resist putting a little bit of highlight on my shoulders since they were out. I mean, if they're gonna be out, then you know, they're out to be seen, to play, okay? Even though I'm literally going nowhere after this video. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this full face of Makeup Revolution and my thoughts and feelings on some of the products. They have so many products that can be used, okay? They have a little bit too much. And guaranteed more to be on the way. They just don't stop. They just want to keep on giving us things. Although I am excited for the lashes. I'm hoping they've got some nice fluffy ones. But yeah, let me know if you guys want me to try the Conceal and Hydrate foundation, because I will if you guys want me to. Test it on my oily ass skin. Leave a little comment or thumbs up and I shall get onto that. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope if you're new you decide to join this little community that I've got going here. All you need to do is hit the red button down below and the little bell button and you'll get notified of all my future uploads. I'm gonna now stop my rambling. I'm gonna love you and leave you. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world, and I hope you tune in for the next one. Till then, bye guys. Whoa, I think you forgot you had dry shampoo in your hair, madam. Oh dear me. No, I don't know why I bought the straightener in my hair, because I always hate the way it looks. Why do I do this to myself? If you like affordable makeup, like makeup, can't get my words out. Rude. I do all sorts on this challenge. Oh, my words are not coming out. So if that I'm so tired. Face bakes. What? Alexa, play Small Talk by Katy Perry. Alexa, play Small Talk by Katy Perry. Alexa, play Katy Perry's new song. Alexa, play Katy Perry's new song. That's not what I wanted. Alexa, Alexa. Why did I do this to myself? No, something left for small talk. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. No, something left for small talk. From strangers to lovers to strangers. Acting like we never met. We just forget we were lovers. But now there's nothing left for small talk. Oh. So I'm gonna use this pencil. Oh my god.